Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you, and thank you so much for joining in the session. So, before we start today's session, which is what exactly is asked in tech interviews related to DSA, can you all give me a check here if I'm perfectly audible and visible? Okay, perfect, perfect. Just give me a minute, guys. Mm. All right, so I'm perfectly audible to everyone. Perfect. Thank you for confirming, guys. Thank you very much. Now, before we start our session and while we are waiting for our speaker, let's get to know each other a little better, right? So we'll have an introduction sort of thing here. You all can drop your name, the company that you are targeting for, and the role that you are preparing for that, and one DSA topic that you find difficult or that you find challenging. Can you mention these three things in the chat? Yes, guys. I hope I'm audible. Yeah. So these three things. Okay. So your name, the company that you are targeting for, and the role which you are looking to get into, and one topic in DSA that you find challenging. Okay. So we have Gotham who's targeting for Google, and dynamic programming is something that he finds difficult. Got it. Then we have Aman and Graph and its algos. Okay. Asha Jyoti, HCL Technologies, Buildersoft, software testing, and arrays and programming is something that she finds challenging. Got it, Asha. Okay, then we have Ujjwal Jain, who's targeting Mang. Okay, very wide range. And DP is something that he finds challenging. Okay. Next, who we have? We have Prajakta Kadam. And the companies that she's targeting is Infosys and Wipro, role as a Python developer, and data analysis is something that you find challenging. Okay, but that's not in DSA, right? You don't have data analysis in DSA, Prajakta. Anyways, next up. Okay. Uh, all right. A lot of answers are there. Perfect. Now I can see our host for our speaker for tonight has joined us. So let me quickly welcome him in the session. So welcome Gaurav Thadani. He is a senior software engineer at Sony India and with extensive experience in data structures and algorithms and technical interviews. So having him on both the sides of the interview process, he knows exactly what top tech companies are looking for in the candidates that they interview, right? And in today's session, he'll be sharing a real interview insights where you know what frequently asked questions are there in DSA and what expert strategies you can follow to help you crack the coding rounds, right? Now, let's give him a warm welcome and over to you, Gaurav. Just a minute, Gaurav. Let me make you the host. Yes. Do you have the access
Sure.
now, Gaurav?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Ayushi. And
Perfect.
hello, everyone. And very warm welcome to this particular session, everyone. And I hope I'm audible and I'm clearly visible as well. Can I get a really quick introduction? And I want everyone to please stop doing this. I guess there is someone by mistake they've been doing it. Yeah, so I would be marking it as clearing the page. Yeah. So hello everyone, and thank you Ayushi for setting the stage and helping others to understand like who is the mentor for today. And I would be quickly introducing myself. And as you know, my name is Gaurav, and I hail from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, and I've been part of Accio for more than 3 years, and I have seen the insights as how the things work, as in the interviewer and everything, right? So I would be taking care the insights of interview and what are the DSA important things, right? What are the major companies, including 6 LPA of package or 10 LPA of package or whatever the package you have in your mind, right? So we would be discussing all those insights for today. And I want a very interactive session with you guys. So for that, I would be in between, I can ask you to please unmute yourself and please present some questions if you have any. Okay, so I would be presenting every insight of your, I have the list of questions which you have to ask from the mentor, which is me, and I will try my 110% to answer all those questions. Okay, so let's quickly, without wasting any time, let me just share my screen and let us start with the session. Okay, so we would be having, so we have a quick sort of question from everyone that what's a dream company. Many of the people have the dream company as Google, many have the dream company as Microsoft, many has a dream company of an edtech company to work, right? A company is a company, right? Whether it is a 3 lakhs of a company demanding or it is a 30 lakhs of the package, whether it is a 60 lakhs of the package, right? The package does not directly always tells you what type of questions as a DSA or technical interviews are being asked. No, it's not directly connected. Yeah, few of the companies has a requirement. For example, if I say an example of a Microsoft. So for a Microsoft, they have a requirement of extensive DSA. So for that reason, they make sure the candidates have a logical mindset cleared, right? So that is the reason they focus lot of times and they focus a lot of things and candidates to be focused on to the DSA, right? So the package what we get, it's not basically always directly proportional to the DSA, right? But few companies, like 90% of the companies focus on to the DSA. What about the 10% of them? They don't follow. No, it's not like that. It's like a extensiveness of DSA, right? DSA, everyone has a particular level. For example, a Google has some level of questions. For example, the Microsoft have some level of questions. Some Amazon have some level of questions, right? These level of questions do an extensiveness of the question and complexity of the questions to differ from company to company, right? So nowadays we have lot of newsletter coming on, right? You just a request everyone, just to not to do that scribbling onto the perspective. Yeah. So coming back to this, guys, we would be discussing all those sort of questions what we have in our minds, and you wanted to ask me the questions, right? So guys, please, Ayushi, I guess we just ask the learners to, guys, could you please stop scribbling onto the, it's like a little disturbing. Oh, sure, no worries.
Okay,
Okay.
everybody, Gaurav, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Everyone, if I see anybody scribbling, I'm gonna remove you from the meeting and you won't be allowed to join back. So requesting everyone to stop it. This is an educational session. Let's make the most of it.
Yeah, please do, guys, because this very importantly, and we are sitting in 6:30 for you guys to tell what is DSA important questions, right? So please understand the depth of it, and thank you, Ayushi, for taking this. Yeah. So still like, okay, no worries. Just settle down 1 minute. Just okay, no worries. Sure. So I hope we are good to start, and I would be picking up the important things which you have in a mind one by one, right? So let's start with the DSA. So first of all, the people who don't know, right? The people are very new to this coding, the people who are very new to this environment. I just wanted to tell the interview procedure first of all. Let's understand what's the interview procedure and what is the depth and what is the complexity requirement of DSA, because many a times people do hype, yeah, DSA is this, DSA is that. Is it really the hyped, or do the people actually get fed off it, right? So we'll understand the hyped, how much it is hyped, or whether it is a really important things. So let us quickly understand. So in the interview, I will start with the very basics, and I would be starting with very zero, right? So let's start with the very basics and understand what is the importance of interview and what are the interview rounds and in what rounds the DSA has been asked and what is actually DSA. Let's understand that. So let's take an example of a company like Amazon, right? So in the Amazon, typically we have a first round they have as a technical challenge round, right? So they basically have a technical challenge round as the very first round, where they have some DSA based questions and they have some MCQ based questions. Along with that, they have some aptitude based questions, right? So if the Amazon is coming to your college, or if it is having some external sort of a thing, so they will have, before the interview, they will have a technical challenge where you would be presented few questions. I would be telling you the depth of questions, but let's understand what is an interview, right? What happens in the interview. So in the Amazon's interviews, let's suppose we have the first round is a technical challenge, right? And for example, there is a person, Vijay, who is not non-technical. He is very non-technical, and he has done, for example, BCom. And now he wants to understand what happens in the interview. So we would be understanding to that level, right? The first round would be the technical challenge would be given to that Vijay guy. Next, if Vijay was successfully able to deliver and complete the test with all the test cases passed, all the requirements being fulfilled, the second round, that will be the second next step after the technical challenge, would be the first round of interview. Right? I'm just revising because the people might be new. They might not be knowing the rounds of interviews. For that reason, I am just going to the depth of it, right? In the first round of interview, in the Amazon level of companies, because Amazon mostly hire for 12 to around, it sometimes starts from 8 to, for example, 15. So 15 LPA, 8 to 15 range, that is a SD1 role. Mostly they hire for this particular role. In most of the colleges, they do come for SD1 role initially, and they have this sort of procedure. So first round of technical challenge, then first round of interview, where DSA is a majorly focus. The interviewer focuses majorly on your logical skills. They might not ask you the question of 2 plus 2 or 2 plus 4, no. But similar to this type of logical questions, you might be getting. For example, there's a very popular question in lead code, which I would be telling you, jump game. Amazon has asked this question, jump game, many a times, multiple times, right? So this level of questions, I will be telling you the level also, but I'm telling you the interview rounds which you have to be known. Then once everything completes, then you have a second round of interview where your development related questions and whatever you have done, for example, Python, or you have done Django, you have done JavaScript, anything you have done, the second round of interview is more technical, right? Technical means you might be asked the questions from SQL, you might be asked your questions from the networking, you might be asked few questions from DSA also, because DSA is like a shadow. It won't let you off. You think like, yeah, I'm done with this particular thing, mera ho gaya hai, I'm just over with this DSA. I won't be able to, I won't get any question in of second round as a DSA. So no, it's not like that. So DSA question is very generic questions, and the interviewer is in the mood. If the interviewer willing to ask you a DSA is very basic question also in the second round, you might be mentally prepared. Please mentally prepare yourself that in the first round, there is no limit, but majorly the DSA companies do ask. The companies like Amazon, Qualcomm, and the companies like the Goldman Chase and JP Morgan, these level of companies, which they hire for 8 to 15 lakhs of packages, right? They have very similar round of interview. The first round technical, the first round interview DSA, the second round of interview more generic to technical if you have done some development, SQL, networking, DSA, and similar questions, right? And they might ask you a system design question also. Okay, so system design is similar like creating some system of for example, Amazon. You're creating how does Amazon works, or for example, you're creating how AccioJobs is working, how you go to the AccioJobs website and doing lot of stuffs, right? So how a website system is designed. These level of questions you might expect in the second round of interview. You might be thinking, yeah, I am the fresher. How they can like ask me? How are they basically asking us? No, they have a requirement. What they have a requirement is all of those their SD ones are none other than like from the ITs and ITs, right? They are from the tier 1, tier 2 colleges, right? So they want to match up with their levels, right? For that reason, they have some very extensive questions being asked, right? And the last but not the least will be the managerial round, right? So round of a manager interview. So right. So third round of interview, that is, it can be the managerial round, right? For example, your hiring manager who wants you to be in their team. In that round, the Vijay would be fitted. For example, I am working in one of the products in Amazon. So I will check whether Vijay is capable enough to be a part of our team or not. His mental status is basically fitting as in our in particular product or not. His technical status is fitting in our team or not. That means you're technically good, but how much you are culturally fit, how much you are technically fit as in the as working in that team, that particular level of questions you would be asked. So what questions managers can ask? Basic questions like, are you comfortable working at night, at shift, around the rotational shift? They might ask you some the questions which might you get uncomfortable, but you have to answer in a more bold way. And they might ask you some puzzles, right? Many a times you see the puzzles being asked by the managers. So these type of puzzles, I will tell you at the end, you will be getting in GFG, right? There is a list of puzzles. You can just go through it and you can expect these puzzles, the same sort of puzzles being asked in one of the companies in this level of range. And finally will be the HR round. So fourth particular round of interview you can expect, and you will definitely have a HR round where they will check whether their budget is aligning with your requirement, right? How much is your expectation? They will negotiate to it and all those stuffs, right? So finally you will be getting your dream job. So getting a dream job is not getting in dreams, right? It's like you have to work a lot. You have to basically do lot of stuffs in DSA, right? So let's focus. Now we know how the interview works. And similarly, to the level of 8 to 15 LPA, if you are applying for example, 5 to 7 LPA, for example, little lesser. If you want to be a part of any company who is little less than Amazon and Qualcomm, so one of the interviews, like for example, the managerial round, you can basically avoid. But anyways, the first round will be the technical challenge. Mostly 90%. 90% technical challenge happens. And technical challenge, what sort of question they would be asking? DSA, right? So this also you can expect that a DSA is being questioned and you would be the person who would be answering it, right? Then you cannot rely on the chat GPTs for those test cases to pass, right? So it's your mind who is the AI of it to solve it, right? The first round of interview also having the DSA. The second round of interview is also can contain, and it can contain DSA, right? The third round of interview has the puzzles. You see lot of logical questions being asked. So DSA is all logical. So what is DSA? DSA stands for data structure and algorithms. For example, it stands for data structure, and they know it, right? They know it. And the people who knows what is a DSA, what is a depth of DSA, they knew it that you have to work really hard consistently for at least 6, 7, 8 months at least. And daily you have to spend at least 2 to 3 hours in a DSA. I will be creating a roadmap for you guys so that you feel comfortable as how I can work with development and DSA at the same time. Many people ask this question ki yaar, I've been in the college, I get back at 6 o'clock, and then I get ready for the dinner, then I have then family time, and then I basically get hardly 1.5 hours for DSA and development. How should I follow it? Right? So everyone has the same story, but we have to basically take out some time for out of that me time which we have to basically focus on to the DSA. That is the need of the art. I will be taking care for that, right? So data structure algorithms, you have lot of questions. So for example, the people who don't know and the people who knows, they just wanted to see what level of questions are being asked. So people who don't know about the DSA is a very basic, you have to start with the very basics of, for example, the logical question. Do not go with basic, do not go with directly question solving in arrays. People make mistakes. What they get the guidance is, ki, sir, my bhaiya told me that I have to solve lead code. Okay, but that bhaiya told you that which problem statement to start from or to start with. So you have to get the proper insight so that you feel motivated every time. I've been mentoring for past 4 years, and I get lot of queries, lot of questions, and I've been in touch with many YouTubers as well, and they get a similar question. They say that, sir, people start with very motivation, but when they start doing with the array or harder problems or string based harder problems and harder problems from sorting and searching, they feel very demotivated, and because of that, depressed, a sort of a hatred sort of a things, we try to escape it, right? So and people has this second thought कि sir हम development कर रहे हैं, so we do not have to, if we are doing the development, right? So none of we would be focusing on DSA. First of all, I have a question from you guys. So do you feel that you would be the web developer for entire 15 years and will be serving your family? No. Who feels that you would be the web developer entire 15 years, 20 years, and you would be serving the nation and serving the family, right? So no one feels the same thing. How many of you want to become the software engineer, and how many of you want to become a web developer for entire life? Kya I can get this question, including Vishal Singh, Sahil, right? Can I get Dushyant, right? Can I get an answer? Do you want to become a software engineer, or you wanted to become just an app developer or web developer, right? So you wanted to be we have to be in a very big domain, right? If you want to be a part of a software engineer, right, we cannot have the mentality to escape the lead code. We cannot have the mentality to escape the data structures and algorithm. If Ankush wants to become a software engineer and he or she or anyone has this mentality, yaar, I cannot basically, I'm not able to do it. I'm not feeling that motivation to do it. So please be in touch of that mentor who feels that you can do it. Because sometimes you question yourself, right? I won't be able to do it. I'm taking help from ChatGPT. I'm taking help from the solutions. But at least you are seeing the solution and doing it, right? If you are taking the help also, that means what? You are seeing the other solutions and trying to do it, rather than being saying ki yaar, I won't be able to do it, right? So please make sure that you be in a bigger domain, right? So what's your bigger domain? So you have to basically be a part of a bigger domain, and you have to basically see that you have to become a software engineer. Everyone, please promise yourself that whatever the question comes, whatever the questions you get in DSA, right? Whatever you question get in any technical round, please do not panic, because many people basically get lot of big questions, very big scenario based questions, and they get panicked. Arey sir, I'm not able to do it, mere se to nahi ho raha hai, I'm not doing it, I'm not doing that. I also had the same feeling initially. But if you try to keep some calm, if you try to keep some cool and try to understand the question, at least for 40%, you would be winner of it. At least for 40%, right? So rather than panicking and seeing the big questions and scenario based questions, please do not get panic, and you have to be starting with very basics. So I would be telling you what should be the level of start for you guys for the DSA. So now we would be understanding what sort of questions we would be expecting, and initially, and you have to come through it. For example, the people who are very new to this lead code. So this is a platform where you would be doing the coding. For the people who know it, they're doing it, they have a profile of very good. They already knew it that DSA is really important and they have to follow one of the platform for solving the problem, right? So these type of questions, like for example, you have a math problem, right? So you have to start solving a question very consistently, right? And you have to make sure, you have to make a promise to you and your mentor that you have to solve a problems and please start solving easy problems initially. So how to filter the easy problems? You have a particular filter over here and you would be basically putting an easy sort of a filter and start solving from maths problem. Do not directly jump to the string based problems. Do not start doing with the array based problem. We have some basic numeric based problems. We have basic lead code based problem. तो आपको क्या करना है? You have to basically make sure that you have to start with the maths problem. Okay, and the people who are able to take out, I will just clean this. 1 second. I need to clean this. Yeah, I hope the screen is clear now. Okay, thank you guys. So let's, yeah, I would be, yeah, just give me a moment. Yeah, I'm just making sure. Yeah, I have disabled. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Mansi. Yeah, sure. Thank you. So I hope we are in a better position now, right? And let's see like what basic problems and what we have to do. For example, let's take an example of Vijay. For example, a Vijay is a very nominal person. He's an average person who has been in the BTech and he is basically in a second year, for example, right? So he is currently in a BTech in second year and he don't know anything about DSA. He just know basics of Java and he know basics of C++ and C. So what happens now? What happens now? How he will progress for another 1 year and get ready for the placements. In the second year, he is hardly 2-3 months left for completing the second year. Then post that he would be moving to the third year. So how we would be progressing for his learning, for becoming a better personality in DSA, right? For becoming a total quality person in DSA. So let's see the roadmap of it. So Vijay would be taking the mentorship. So he would be in the contact of the mentor and he would be suggesting him ki Vijay, if you taking out, for example, 3 hours a day also, so how you would be becoming good at DSA? So mentor will tell him, like for example, he comes to me. So I will mentor him that, okay, Vijay, let's do one thing. You can take out 2 hours a day initially for your DSA and you can take out 1 hour a day basically for completing your development. So he wants to do development also. Meanwhile, along with that, he needs to do the DSA also. Everyone wants to do the DSA along with the development, right? So how Vijay would be progressing since he is the second year and almost completing his second year and how he would be progressing it, right? So I would be coming, Priyanshu, I would be coming that. I would be taking care all the scenarios. If you're from the BCom, if you're from the BTech, if you're from the BCA, everything. Okay, just have a little patience and I will be explaining everything very clearly, right? That is crystal clear. Okay, so Vijay, as a 3 hours of a day, he would be spending. And please promise yourself that you have to be very consistent. Because if you are not disciplined, if you think if I do today 10 hours and tomorrow and day after tomorrow I'm taking the holiday, that sort of consistency is not what you need, right? You need a discipline, at least 2 or 3 hours also, that is fine. But daily try to take it out and have less cheat days. Out of 30 days, out of 29 days, out of 28 days, what do you have, right? Take out at least 23, 24 days for your disciplined learning, right? And please make sure that you have a proper time taken. And I will tell him the Vijay. Now Vijay will tell me ki yaar Gaurav sir, could you please tell me the time? I know I can take out the time. I know the 2 hours per day as in the learner is important. I will give it. Okay, 1 hour I will give for the development. But what I would be doing from the DSA, how I will be starting. So that is a major question which everyone has it, right? So we would be understanding the very important thing that I will be telling him ki okay, ek kaam karo, just revise basics of any language. For example, he will say, sir, I know Java. So can I revise Java for around 10-15 days and then start the DSA? Yes. I will tell him, if you know any language and you know basics of that language, for example, core Java, you know Python, you know C++, you know C. So please revise that basics in 10 days and then start following this particular thing and start solving the problems. So after 10 days or 15 days, he would be coming back to me and say, ki sir, mera revision ho gaya hai. I've been done with it. And then what do to next? So we would be telling him and suggesting him, ki sir, now go to the lead code and create a profile of yours and make sure that you are starting with the maths based of problems, and try to put a filter initially as a easy level. Try to solve as much as of the easy level problems a day initially for at least 15-20 days. Because people try to think, yeah, these type of problems like two sum problem, three sum problem, right, to basics of palindrome number, perfect number, Armstrong number, ये तो कोई भी कर लेगा. I would be doing it, and you would be doing it, right? So we would be making sure that for gaining lot of confidence, because anyways you feel that I'm very much demotivated, I haven't started the DSA, it's almost third year started. For getting that confidence, for getting that motivation, guys, so you have to make sure that at least three questions you have to do daily. If you do 3 questions daily, easy level initially. Don't worry about the medium, hard and all. Forget about medium and hard initial days. For at least 25 to 15, 25 days, please try. It's a humblest request. देखो मेरी सुनोगे तो ठीक है यार. बाकी तो you want to create some machines, you can do it. Right? Someone wants to create a machine, they can do it, right? The people who knows the seriousness of it, they know कि यार it's a high time. Second year is completed. I'm the third year. And we are here at 6:45, 7 o'clock in the night, in the evening, to learn as how to progress in their lives. Right? So 3 questions daily. But you have to make sure that you have done the revision properly. Make sure you have any sort of the coding language you have revised if you know it already. Because as in the BTech, expected as in the second year or in the third year, basically you know basics of programming, C++, Java or C, right? The people who are very niche level, like they started with first year, they are in the first year. So now in the first year, we cannot expect them ki yaar, you know the languages like C or C++, right? So for example, let's complete the Vijay's example and then we'll come to the other years as well, right? So 3 questions daily. If you do 3 questions daily and Vijay will do it, so in a month, for example, he's doing, for example, 20 days also. Let's forget about the 10 days. He's outside, he's not feeling well or something, right? Some cheat days happen. So 20 into 3 is what? 60 questions, right? So 60 questions per month, what Vijay can do. भाई हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, बूंद बूंद से सागर बनता है. The people who knows it, they knew it, right? Arey, every day 1 question, what he will do. Every day 2 question, what he will do, right? This is the saying, and this is a very popular saying. है ना? 2 questions a day will make you a better person after 6 months, right? So 60 questions per month, right? 60 questions per month, right? So for example, it still have 8 months. He still have 9 months to start the placement. So 9 or 8 into 60 is what? Right? At least 450 plus questions he would be able to do. Sir, up now what is the magic of this? I'm just telling you that every day he's doing it. For example, he is not able to solve some medium-based problems. He is not able to do some hard-based problems. For that reason, I have taken it out 30 questions. Anyways, the math is saying something more than 450 questions. But I too understand that we are the humans. I too understands that we make mistakes. We are not able to understand the question every time. Yeah, it might happen that you ask me the question and I'm not able to hit that question at that particular moment. So that same happens with you guys. So for that reason, we have make sure that at least for 8 months, if you are doing it, or 7 months also you are doing it, you would be in a better position after it. Now, I have a question. I have a question कि sir, easy तो ठीक है, I can take it out easy, but what I have to do for basically the medium based questions, what I have to do for the hard based problems, उसका भी बता दो. Right? So let's understand about the medium based problems and the hard based problems, right? So everyone has to start with very basics, है ना. हम ये सोचेंगे अरे यार it's my not my level, है ना. For example, you have taken a break for 5 months and you want to start the DSA again. You cannot start directly with graph and topological sort, right? You cannot expect yourself with that consistency being solving the problem of topological sort or DFS problem or BFS problem, right? So Ashutosh knows that if we are coming from the break, if we are coming from a long break of 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, we cannot expect ourselves with that consistency which yourself is required, right? So you have to start from very niche, try to solve at least every problem. There are the lots of tags. For example, if you go to this particular lead code, you would be seeing lot of problems. You would be seeing lot of different type of tags. Just expand and do it. But I will be telling you which is important and the sequence wise, right? So let's understand what are the topics which you have to take care in the sequence wise. Okay? So let's do it, guys. So I'm telling you the importance of topics and tags basically which you can do sequence wise, right? So people please take a note of it, or what you can do, you can basically take a screenshot of it after completing it. Okay, no worries. So initially I've been telling very importantly, और मैं चीख चीख के एक चीज बोल रहा हूँ, बहुत जोर जोर से बोल रहा हूँ यार. एक चीज ये बोल रहा हूँ क्या कि भाई मैथ्स बेस्ड प्रॉब्लम से पहले शुरू करो. So you have to start with a maths problem the very first. For example, you get lot of questions like palindrome number, right? You will get a perfect square number, perfect number, magic number, automorphic number. These type of problems, I hope you must have heard. कि यार there is a problem like Armstrong number, there's a problem like magic number, there's a problem like palindrome number. So maths related problems initially you have to start. So first tag which is really important you need to take care is the maths tag. I hope you are feeling the same thing and please try to do it. For you, it can be something else. But what I feel as a mentor, I will suggest you, I'm telling you, right? Right? It is very relatively, but what I feel is really important, I'm telling it. Next, after that, after the maths, you have to make sure that you are basically, as the people who knows basics of coding, for them, I'm telling it. But I will tell for the people who don't know anything about coding. Don't worry, yaar. Market is for everyone. Market is not only for BTech and BCA candidates or MCA candidates, right? It's for everyone. So how much you will inculcate, how much you will learn, how will you will respect, not only to the particular your companies, to your mentors, if they are telling it, how much we are respecting them and listening to them, that matters, right? So I, as a mentor, I'm telling you the topics, you would be doing it in a sequence wise, right? So maths, post the maths, you would be making sure that you are doing the array problems, right? So array problems, that too not very hard, because I make sure that if you do medium problems, if you do hard based problem, after seeing it, then there is no means to do it, right? So make sure that if you go to the array also, just put a filter out it and just place a particular difficulty level as easy, right? And make sure maximum problems, at least you are solving 15 to 20 problems at least within 2 months. Make sure you have solved at least 20 to 25 problems in easy, in arrays, basically, not in everyone, as in array. At least you make sure that you are comfortable. I want Opari, I want Ashutosh, I want Vijay, and everyone. If I'm missing out, we have 182 learners. In fact, we have more than that also. But please make sure that you are doing it. So at least you say like 20 questions, you will doing it, right? At least array, you would be doing the 20 questions. And please make sure you follow the sequence. You will feel comfortable in doing it. After the arrays, make sure that you are doing the basics of basic strings, right? So string based problems also, you have to basically filter it out, and please make sure you are putting the difficulties as easy initially. I'm telling you, initially easy, right? And after that, make sure you have solved similar sort of questions as 20, right? So I will be telling you what problems are important. I'm just telling you step by step, right? I will be telling you everything. I would be making sure everything, and I will be taking care of if you are in the 4th year, if you're in the 3rd year, you are from the BCom background, you're not from the IT background, everything will be covered. Let me just complete the tasks and the topics, and then we would be coming back, right? So similarly for the strings, easy level, obviously would be doing at least 20 questions, and this is not the referential thing. आपके हिसाब से 40 is also less, please do it. If you feel that you have time, if you feel that today I have lot of time, I have lot of buffer, please make sure that more questions you are solving, and please you put a particular filter and do it. Is it fine and clear? Can I get a yes from everyone? Kya, right? I want every importantly thing. Dekho, I've been teaching it. I want the people who get instructorship like this get a very attractive audience, right? So thank you everyone. For arrays ho gaya, strings ho gaya. So I will be suggesting you the basics of, you have to learn the sorting algorithms, right? And you have to basically move with the searching algorithms, right? So you have to move with the searching and sorting algorithms. So based on the searching algorithms, you would be basically getting lot of problems. Like for example, over here in the lead code, you would be getting the sorting based problems. So similarly, based on the sorting, you would be putting the filter as easy. You know how to put the filter, right? You will just put as easy and just filter the sorting problems. For example, they would ask you ki bhai, you need to validate this is the anagram or not. You will be getting a question like this ki two strings are there, S and T, and you have to return true if it is an anagram, or false either. So you can think it of कि यार ये क्वेश्चन सॉर्टिंग में क्यों है. अरे ये क्वेश्चन तो सर it's this question should be in the strings, but why yeah, you are not talking about the parser students. A lot of yeah, why not, bro? I would be coming back. See, I have started hardly 40 minutes, right? I wanted to tell as in the general thing, and I would be coming back to all of the audience. If you are in the 8th class also, if you're in the 8th class, you want to learn DSA, I will tell you, right? But please have some patience, is the hardest request, and I will be telling it's long class. It's not only for 50 minutes. I will be taking for 8th class students. I get a lot of particular charts. I can show you that 8th class students solving the DSA problem, right? So do not get panic seeing all those particular things, right? So we would be covering all the scenarios. But first of all, understand sorting algorithms, you have the separate tags, right? So you have to put a session, and you have to put the filter. And after putting the filter, make sure you are doing similar 15 to 20 questions easy. यार अभी सर आप easy करा रहे हो, and basically make sure that Amazon में तो medium level आता है, Amazon में तो hard आता है. I totally agree. What I feel that the support from internal is really important. The people miss it out. What they think यार हम arrays पूरा complete करते, let's complete the medium and hard. अरे if we are completing the first point as a medium and hard, we make sure as what? यार हमारा strings नहीं हो रहा है, I'm not able to do the strings. अरे sir, how you are not able to do the strings? because you have done hard and medium and spent lot of mind in that. You have taken a wrong approach. Make sure in every task you are doing at least 15 to 20 questions bare minimum. If you have a lot of time, you have to take it out, right? And there is no limit for that. The people who want to learn and get it through all the topics, importantly for them, I'm telling it, and that is what my approach is, right? So similarly for the searching, you have a particular tag. So similarly for the searching, you will be having the binary search tag as well. So I will be telling you, so there is a search expandedly for binary search. There is a search, you would be getting it extensively. So you have a sorting, and similarly you have you have a binary search tag, right? So inside this binary search, you have lot of problems you can solve with the binary search. And do not miss it out this tag, because many people think, yeah, I know basics of binary search. I know how to divide an array. I know how to find the mid of it, and I know how to return the searched element. But this is not all about the binary search. You see lot of problems being from the binary search. That means what? These are scenario based problems, and please try to solve at least 15 to 20 problems at least in a one go. So these are all one go questions. That means you do not have to block yourself. If you're not doing basically the medium questions, if you're not doing the hard based problems, you move to the next part. You move to the next part. You move to the next part. You would be exposing yourself to lot of different type of problems. You won't be getting stuck yourself in one problem, hard problem for 15 days, 20 days. No. So maths has been done, arrays is been done, strings are being done, sorting out been done, searching is being done, right? So now we would be moving to the stacks problem, right? So now we would be increasing a different type of data structure. We would be learning about the stacks, right? So we have a different particular basically particular as data structure as stacks, right? So for these stacks, we see lot of different type of problems, which I would be telling is as in importantly what are they, right? So over here we have a particular stack, right? So similarly for the stack, I make sure that at least 10 questions you are solving it. At least 10. Do not go with 20, 15, because we have to either come back for the medium questions also, right? But make sure at least initially for 1 or 2 months, you are solving stack, searching, sorting, string, arrays, maths as an easy level. Please make sure. Bhai, we have to get lot of confidence. People think, yaar, we will be doing hard problems, then I will be pro. I will become cool. No, we do not have to prove others that we are cool, right? We have to get confidence so that we get a job. And no one will ask us कि यार कितनी package लगी है 10 साल के बाद, right? They will see us happy somewhere. That is the main thing, right? So do not make others feel cool that I'm cool and all. You have to make sure you're self-confident, right? For that reason, I make sure at least easy problems you are doing it. After these tasks, you have to go with the queues, right? So we have basically queues related a particular tag, and please make sure the same after these tags you're following with the queues, right? So easy based problems, and at least you're doing the 10 questions. Don't do much, because again we would be coming back with the medium and the hard based problems, right? After the queues, we have different type of queues. Like for example, we have priority queues, right? So different type of queues, we have different type of tags, because in the lead code, the bifurcation, the divisions, everything is really proper. You see, we have a different sort of tag for priority queue. So bhai, whenever you will do the revision, you will understand ki, acha, how queues are different from priority queue. Why priority queue is there? So if you know the basics of priority queue, you would be happy to solve the problem. Kyunki these type of problems will be more technical, right? These type of problems will be more practical, right? So once you will do the theoretical part of priority queue and all, you would be coming back and seeing how to solve the problem, how to add in a queue, how to delete in a queue and solve the problem, right? I will tell you what problems are important, that too I will tell. But I will telling you the strategy for solving it, right? So then you would be good to start with the priority queue, right? And similarly, make sure that at least easy problems you have done at least five, because this is important, but not that much important. And anyways, you would be coming back to medium and hard based problem. At least 2-3 problems you will solve from medium, and 1 or 2 problems you will solve from priority. So at least you will get a confidence, right? कि यार हो रहा है. मतलब ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए यार हो ही नहीं रहा है, you're sitting day and night thinking कि यार I'm not feeling the same, right? So you have to feel the same every day, right? And now coming back, है ना भाई, Aman wants to become a developer, he wants to become a software engineer, right? भाई software engineer के लिए दिमाग लगेगा है ना, you have to think it of कि यार how to do it. And I'm just telling you the data structures as if now. Then you have to make sure that the arrays are being done, sorting are being, the strings are being done, the sorting is being done, the searching is being done, stack is being done, queues are being done, the priority queue has been done. You have to make sure that you have to start with the very basics of linked list, right? So you have to make sure that now you can start the linked list and at least easy base problem, like how to add a particular node in a linked list, how to delete from the linked list, how to check whether it is the circular or not. These type of problems are very, 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 very commonly being asked in Amazon, Qualcomm, and these type of problems. So over here, you would be having a linked list sort of a tag, and you have to make sure that similarly putting a sort of a difficulty as easy, and you have to make sure that at least 5 to 6 problems you have to do. Like for example, linked list cycle. I take this problem, right? How to detect that the cycle is present in the linked list. You cannot see my profile over here because this is a pseudo profile. Do not compare कि सर आपने तो किया ही नहीं है. This is not my actual profile. This is a pseudo profile of mine. I solved it very rarely with this profile, but we have to make sure that at least we have to do 5 questions easy for linked list. और linked list नहीं आ रही तो मुझे बोलो यार, है ना? I will tell you how to basically solve the problems with very ease in linked list, because people hype, अरे लिंक लिस्ट है यार, मतलब ये तो बहुत बड़ा लेवल क्रॉस हो गया. नो, इट्स वेरी इजी. आई विल टेल यू द अप्रोच, and that approach you will feel ki yaar it's very, 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 very easy. Okay, I would be sharing my LinkedIn profile. If you feel everything and you want my mentorship, and you have a AccioJob team as well, right? For that reason we are having a session, right? So now moving on to the next part. Once you are done with the linked list, you are good to start with the trees, right? So we have different type of trees, like we have a normal tree, we have a binary search tree, we have a AVL tree, we have different type of trees, right? So I will make sure that at least you will go to the trees and make sure you are doing at least 5 problems, at least easy base, at least 5 problems. So not overall, I'm telling you easy problems bhai, hai na? ऐसा नहीं अरे सर ने तो overall बोला था. No, these are just basics to gain the overall understanding of DSA, right? And similarly for binary search tree, you would be basically coming back to the easy level and try to solve at least 5 questions. Like what type of questions, sir? Find the depth of the tree, binary search tree, find the depth of it. What is the top view of the binary search tree? What is the right view of the binary search tree? What is the left view of the binary search tree? So we have different type of expected problems in the binary search tree, and trees and binary search tree are little bit same, but they have some difference as well, right? So once you will revise the binary search tree and trees, then you will understand that left part of the trees the lesser than the right. You know it, right? So definitely we have some difference. So trees and binary search tree, we have a different tags. So please make sure that you are doing the easy level, selecting it as easy, and making sure you are doing at least 5 problems. I will tell you what problems, but make sure you have this roadmap, right? Similarly, once that is been done, you would be starting with a very, 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 very basics of the graphs, right? Graphs may, as a, you can do basically the heap, min heap, max heap problems, that is fine. But what I feel is important in the graphs, you have to start with the easy. Before that, you have to learn the DFS. You have to do the DFS and you have to do the BFS. Yeah, I will be coming back, Shashank. Thank you for that question. I really appreciate. So how to revise these all? And since I am just telling you the topics and tags of it, you have to maintain an Excel sheet. What you have to do, guys? You have to maintain an Excel sheet. Every day, whatever you are solving, at least 2 problems, 3 problems. So you have to track and create an Excel sheet. So for that tracking, the Excel sheet has to be done. देखो भैया, डेवलपमेंट के बाद मैनेजमेंट भी करनी होगी. You have to manage your own life. You have to do not do management in some company or some the restaurant or what. This is your particular life you have to manage and you have to do the tracking, right? So Excel sheet कैसी बनाए? Let's understand that, right? So obviously we'll have a serial number first, and then we'll have a topic. कि भाई which topic you are doing it, array, maths or whatever. Then post that you would be having the problem, which is you can put it as the lead code, right? And we have to basically do what? भाई ये हो जाएगा. Then topic is ready, you know, like for example, we are doing the first problem, and then, right, we would be having the topic. For example, let's take maths. Okay, and then in the maths, which problem you are doing it? If you are comfortable writing the number of that problem, it is fine, or put the link of it, right? And after that, put the status. कि भाई, basically the complexity status. कि भैया, what is basically is being done? Is it easy? Is it medium? Or is it hard? Obviously, you are doing the easy problems as if now. तो सारे कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी अभी के लिए इजी होंगे, बट आफ्टर दैट इफ यू विल सॉल्विंग द मीडियम एंड हार्ड, देखो व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ इट. इससे क्या पता चलेगा? ट्रैकिंग करना इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू गाइज. व्हाई? एट द एंड, whenever you are creating a resume, whenever Ashutosh will create a resume, whenever Ujjwal will basically create a resume, उसमें they will know, he will know कि भाई I have solved this particular problem, this level of problems I have solved, this number of problems I have solved. And topics का tag डालने से क्या होगा? You will get, अच्छा मैथ्स के मैंने इतने प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किए, इसकी लिंक है, इसकी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है. So everything, the tracking is really important, and people miss it out. They do it, but they do not track it. कि हमको क्या करना है ट्रैक करके. If we are doing it, that is fine. No, that mentality is something we are missing it out. And next, whenever you are solving a problem, please put the time complexity and the space complexity. People miss it out because वो problem solve कर लेते, but they do not know कि how much was the time complexity. Is it big of n? Is it big of n square? Is it big of n log n or whatever, right? So if you are solving a problem, try to analyze that algorithm, because algorithm is all about analysis. Are you understanding it? So algorithm is all about analysis. जो भी आपने logic लिखा है, it's working fine. The test cases are working fine. You are getting it, passing it, right? That is really good and appreciable. But is it according to your time complexity constraints? Is it n square? Is it n log n? Or is it n? Or is it basically something else, log n? So you have to solve a problem and make sure that you are finding out कि ये कितना time ले रहा है, how much time this algorithm is taking to complete and execute it. So this algorithm, this complexity, you will learn once you will starting with the DSA. Many people don't know what is time complexity. They do not know. But एक बार screenshot ले लो. Please take a screenshot of it and make a status of it as last as completed, is completed or not. So please make a particular tracking कि ये problem is completed or not. Because many a times we come back and see कि this problem is not completed. So by seeing that, you can try to approach a problem. So please take a screenshot of it, and I want everyone, I would be just zooming it in, please. And please take a screenshot of it and try to solve these problems initially for easy level. Once I would be coming back to the medium and hard, I will tell you what is topological sort. I will be telling you what is the need of the other tries and all. Okay, please take a screenshot of it if you haven't taken. And similarly for tracking sheet also, please take a screenshot of it, that something like this you have to create a columns and track yourself. I can ask any one of you guys, कभी भी आप आओगे in the AccioJob, I can message you, भाई share me your sheet, है ना? तो someone should be there at your heads. कि भाई someone might ask me anytime कि भाई share me the sheet. Okay, please make sure everyone 100 of 100. If you are the pro people, if you are the pro coder, I know you are the pro coders. I know you are really good. But the point is that we feel sometime कि यार management is not good. So we have to very, 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 very good at the management as well. है ना? Bhuvna, I would be suggesting you everything. I'm the mentor. I will take care for everything. है ना? I will be suggesting everything as a YouTube, whatever you want to do. My Accio is also good and doing really good at the DSA, and my peers are taking care for the DSAs and well. So the team will approach you for that, right? So let's move on to this. Okay, so tax समझ में आ गए initially and you have been doing it. Now coming on to the people for them who are basically in the 4th year or they are in the last year. So in the last year we have lot of time, but lot of time means what? You have in a day you have a lot of time, but as in whole you have basically just 4 to 5 months, right? For the people who are, for example, let's take an example of Anjali. So let's take an example of Anjali, and she is in the 4th year, and she is from basically the tier 2 college, and she is somewhere expecting she knows very basics of coding. She know very basics of coding, and she now getting panic कि sir कैसे होगा क्या होगा, and so many questions, right? So now let's take an example of Anjali and make sure that how you would be doing it. I would be coming that I would be coming that मैं सबका कवर करूंगा, 3rd year का, 2nd year का, for the pass out, if you are coming from the break, everything. Now for example, she is in the 4th year and tier 2, she at tier 2 college, right? Tier 2 college. So we should basically make sure that how she would be progressing. So how many months she is having currently? Hardly she is having 4 months, not more than that. Yeah, 4 months hai. But how much time she have in a day? So obviously in a vertical she has lot of time. Means in a day she has lot of time, because 4th year mein we hardly have a major project. Apart from that, there is no major expectations to come every day in the college till the last day. Is it agreed? Thus 4th year students only have major project as an expectation, or they are being forced to come every day. Can I get a positive or negative onto the chart? How many of you are from the 4th year, guys? Everyone. I want here, if I'm being energetic, why the students who want to get a job? है ना? Obviously, you have to make sure at least for a week you have to go thrice, not more than that. If we are having 60% attendance or 70% attendance, we'll make sure that you are taking it out 5 hours a day. How many of you can take out at least 5 hours a day? Can I get a yes or no from your chart onto the chart basically? How many of you can take out at least 5 hours a day? Obviously, many people, since they are in the 4th year or they are the passed out, can take it out 5 hours a day. And don't worry, many of the people who are the passed out, they can take, in fact, more than. They can take 19 hours also. If you're sleeping 3 hours or if you're sleeping 4 hours, you have 20 hours a day. So taking it out vertical time totally depends how much bandwidth you have. How much bandwidth you have, and we would be taking care at least 5 hours a day. Don't worry about 18 hours. Don't worry about 20 hours. You do not have 18 hours to spend on DSA. But anyways, at least 5 hours a day, you can take it out for doing your DSA. If you have more than 5 hours, at least 5 hours you can take it out for doing the DSA. But the catch over here is, sir, samay kam hai. I have only 4 months. I have only 3 months. How I can proceed? So for the people who are doing it, make sure that at least 5 hours a day if you have less time. If you have only 3 to 4 months to get a job or get an internship, make sure you have to increase your timing in a day. So 5 hours in a day, you have to take it on a DSA. Make sure you are doing at least these level of easy problems. You are doing these level of easy problems initially. पहले कोशिश करो कि एक महीने में, एक सवा महीने में 1 to 1.25 months, 1 to 1.25 months में make sure कि you are doing these problems which we have basically developed. Then that you have to basically take it out time for your revision also. You have to do DSA also, you have to do SQL also, you have to do networking also, you have to go with the OS also, operating systems, right? So these type of learnings has to be done parallelly. But make sure if you have only 4 months left and you can spend at least 5 hours a day for the DSA, so make sure you are doing and spending easy level problems for at least 1.25 months. Make sure you are doing it, because if you have less time and you are putting lot of time on the hard problems only, the level of approach, the level of problems would be really less for you guys. If you're spending 3 hours in one hard problem, then means what? Within 1 month or 2 months, you would be hardly be able to solve 30 problems or 40 problems, right? So we have to make sure that at least easy based problems are being solved from your end. Can I guess a yes from everyone? Whether you are the fourth year or whether you are the passed out and you are 4 months or 5 months of left, and you can take it out 5 hours a day or 6 hours a day. You have to spend your time very wisely. भाई मैं भाई की तरह बोल रहा हूं, मेरा क्या है, मैं तो चला जाऊंगा. द पॉइंट ओवर हियर इज कि नाउ इट्स योर हैंड टू डू इट. अब कैसे करना है, कौन कौन से प्रॉब्लम्स यू हैव टू सॉल्व, आई विल बी टेलिंग इट, राइट. आई विल बी टेलिंग इट एज अ मेंटर व्हाट आई फील कि कौन से प्रॉब्लम्स एटलीस्ट मैं 20 कर लूं कि मेरा काम हो जाए. So you have to basically do, and please make a note of it. I will be telling you the problems. Can I get everyone to please take up pen and paper and please start writing the maths problem at least you can solve, and all the problems you can solve initially, at least for completing to 5 to 6 LPA of package. भाई एक प्रॉब्लम आया था कि सर मैं ऐसा क्या करूं कि 5 to 6 लाख की जॉब लग जाए. Obviously you have to learn DSA, obviously, but you have to make sure that at least you are solving this problem. Many YouTubers, many instructors create a Excel sheet कि यार ये 75 प्रॉब्लम कर लो, 100 प्रॉब्लम कर लो, you would be getting a job. Totally agreed. But for doing that 75 problems, are we mentally prepared? Are we technically prepared? Or doing just 75 problems smartly will get me a job? If you're doing 75 problems smartly, that means what? The people who are not caring about the other problems, they might face a problem in somewhere in the future, right? So we have to be very smart also. Along with that, we have to be very hardworking also, है ना? Do not directly focus यार वो बस दिख रहा है बस कर दूं मैं 75. No. If you are following that sheets, that is a final sheet. That is a final sheet. But this is for the pass out also. Ashutosh, could you please unmute yourself? Ashutosh, can I just get, please unmute yourself? Yeah. Please unmute yourself, Ashutosh. Let's make it a more interactive for just for 1 minute. Yeah. Yeah. We would be basically understanding the methodology. This is more about the methodological masterclass rather than being a perspectively. Okay, Ashutosh, I guess there's some issue with your mic. Could you please try it again for unmuting yourself? Meanwhile, everyone, we would be starting understanding what easy based problems we have to make sure that at least we are in a better position, right? So we'll start with the basics of it and we'll go to the problem statements, and let's start with the maths problem, right? The people who are in the passed out, the people who are in the fourth year, please make sure, please, as a brother, as a mentor, as an instructor, I'm telling you कि भाई 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, at least 1.25 months you have to do easy. Then you have to basically focus more on medium questions. Then you have to focus more on other technologies, like you have to revise networking, you have to revise operating system, right? You have to basically revise computer networks, right? So these type of problems you need to revise. Along with that, you have to create a base of development also. By, for example, people are doing the MERN stack, they would take some time to revise it, but initially आप एक better position में आने के लिए, for a better position, you have to be in a very easy level initially. Then you have to move gradually to the medium level after 1.25 months, or at least after 1.5 months. तो जब आपका 1.5 महीना हो जाएगा, you would be able to do it. Then you will feel confidence कि अच्छा in 4 months अब मैं कर सकता हूं, I can achieve it. If you spend and give an approach in a wrong direction, then damn sure for 7 months also you will feel that कि I'm not able to do it, right? So कम से कम time में, in a very less time, you have to achieve a lot with a better methodology. So that is what we are deciding in the masterclass, right? So let's move. No worries. Thank you, Akash, for joining this session. So let's move to the maths problem and let's see कि कौन से basic question करूं that at least I can do it, right? I can at least cover up the main things. So are you guys ready with a pen and paper? Are you guys ready with your own methodology? Yes or no? Okay, thank you. And why only 1 year? Like, yaar, everyone wants a job, yaar. Everyone wants 10, 15, 12 lakhs, eh? Nandani, Sai, Sandeep, Sunny, Saransh, Saad. Right? That is great. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. And the people who want a job, they have solved a lot of problem. I've seen people solving from 8th class, 9th class, 10th class. वो कर रहे हैं, they know it. And I do want कि you also become that person after few years. अभी तो नहीं, you will be getting a job, है ना? You will be getting a job, but suppose that whenever you will be doing the next switch after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, then you will be mentally prepared with lot of problems, right? Okay. That's great. So for the passed out also, we have discussed the same thing. You have to follow the same strategy for the passed out also and for the 4th year also. Okay, so can I get a 1 CR? Dekho. First of all, it's fine that we are setting a very big goals, but the reality in India, it's really tough, right? If you are focusing more on unrealistic goal, seeing others' personalities, they are not been in India, right? If we are in Google, if they offer you 1 crore, out of 1 crore, only 40 lakhs is in hand. That means 60 lakhs, Google won't be giving you in salary. They will be giving you some RSUs. They will be giving you some stocks. So the people who are having 70 lakhs of salary, 69 lakh of salary, very attractive number of salaries, the enhanced salaries what we get is hardly 2 by 3 of that, or 1 by, or basically 1 by half of that. That means what? They attract you. They want in the market कि यार people मेरे बारे में बात करें, Microsoft के बारे में लोग बात करें कि इसने इतना पैकेज दिया. That means what? In this, in hand, you will be just given a handsome salary of 40 lakhs or 50 lakhs out of 1 CR. If your salary you are expecting 1 CR हाथ में देंगे, है ना, घर पे आके कार भी देके जाएंगे, that is good. That is good. But India में, staying in India, staying in our hometowns and native is something not possible currently. But आप achieve कर सकते हो. You can achieve it, and enhanced salary will be what you would be getting it somewhere between 35 to 40. देखो, ड्रीम देखना अच्छी बात है, but understanding the reality कि हम उसको अपने आप को 12 से डिवाइड कर दें, right? Then it is wrong. So let's coming on to this, and let's have a pen and paper. The first you have to put a filter, right? Since we have discussed initial level, तो easy शुरू करते हैं, and you have to make sure that you are doing the palindrome number. Make sure that you are doing the question number 9, that is palindrome number. Second, we would be having a very importantly asked problem, Roman to integer. This is very importantly asked question as Roman integer, that is question number 30. Yeah, I would be coming back. Thank you, Akash. I work in Sony, and this is one of the product-based company. And I've been part of Accio for more than 3 years, and I've been instructing and taking the master class. Thank you, Akash, and that's really welcomed. So now from 1913, we come to 66 as really important question as a +1. Then you have to do 69 problem. Just write the question number 69 in maths problem. Just take a tag and question number. Okay. Then you have to do 202, that is 202. Okay. And then you have to do 231. I'm telling you the bare minimum problems. At least you have to do that. 231. Then you have to do basically 268. Right? Just write the numbers 268. Don't worry, bhai, Sandeep. Just focus on the problem, mere bhai. Okay. I know, Sandeep, we are in a very happy mood. Afghanistan is doing whatever, Australia is doing whatever. I know everyone is in a very good mood. Everyone has ordered pizza, and everyone is doing whatever, right? So please focus on to here hardly for 40 minutes. मैं चला जाऊंगा, then you will be enjoying your day. Okay. So now 9, just write the number, everyone. 9, 13, right? Then we'll be having the 66. Then I told you about the 69. Right? We have told you about the 202. Just write the numbers of maths problem initially. At least easy आपको करने हैं वो. And then write 70 as well. 70. That is climbing stairs. Just write the numbers of it somewhere, and then you will be having 231, that is power of 2, right? Then you have to do 367 basic bare minimum, जो करना ही करना है. 360, sorry, 3, you have to do then 412. Just write the number, guys. 412, that is fizz buzz problem you have to do, right? And you have to do basically 509, very important problem, Fibonacci number, right? 509, 5 not 9 means 509, right? Then you have to do 507. People who wants a job, they are very serious, they're writing it, right? 507, 509, right? And then you can take 812, right? 812, please write the number as 812. Okay, then you have 976, right? You have 976. Okay, and then you have okay, check if the nearest straight 9. Okay, 1232. Just write the number 1232. Check if it is a straight number, straight line, sorry. 1399. Just write the number. I'm not playing housey currently. I'm just telling the important problems, everyone. This is 1399 from maths problem. We would be doing it. And 1486. बहुत important problem है. मतलब with this particular, are they all free? I'm telling you all free currently. I'm not telling you from this premium perspective. These are all free based problems. 1486. So that everyone can approach it. 1486, XOR operation in an array. 1588. 1588 is also a very important problem. 1742, please write 1742. Yeah, I would be coming back. So for the final year, whatever you are doing it, I'm telling you, for everyone, you have to basically, Priyanshu, we have to basically make sure that whether you're in the final year, whether you are in any year, at least easy based problems you have to come up and approach it. Okay? And now, yeah, sure. Thank you. And how many problems you have written, guys? Just a count of it. No. What is the count of it? Thank you. Thank you, Akash, for putting that. Okay, 19. Huh? So we have this one of the problems, 2427, number of common factors. Okay, so this is also one of the importantly problems, number of common factors. Okay, so at least for maths, you have to solve these problems at least. Okay, make sure at least you have done it. Okay, can you move to the next point quickly? Can you move through the next point? Why not, Firoz? Why not? So that is what we have discussed over here, Firoz, mere bhai, that if you are in the 4th year or if you are in the last year, if you are the passed out, you have more than 5 hours a day to spend it, right? So how you would be wisely spending the 4 hours or 5 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours of a day, you would be making sure that at least you are solving 1.25 months as easy level problems. So Firoz, you have to make sure कि भाई 5 लाख तो बहुत कम है. You can at least aim at 7 to 8, at least realistic perspective, right? So आप ये aim करो, and the problems what we are telling it currently, आप उतना कर लो, that will be fine. ठीक है? No specific 2024 are also passed out, है ना? मतलब 2024 is also passed out. So Akash, you also have the same approach, है ना? आपको भी same approach follow करना है, that you have to solve at least for 1.25 months a basic problems, then feel confident and move and approach with the next point. Yeah, I would be coming. Yeah, sure. I would be coming that. Yeah. Okay. So for the arrays, you have to basically come up to here. So please write the very importantly problem, that first question number 1 in array 2 sum problem. Very important problem. Two sum. Next problem is 26. Yeah. Akash, it is better that we do also some hard work. Right? I can create a sheet and I can give it to you. But as in the real life problem, I've been telling you, you can write the number of it. And that is what I told you, that we can create a sheet for tracking. Right? We can create a sheet for tracking. ठीक है भाई? See, everything is easy. You can ask the chat GPT, give me the list of easy problems from lead code. They will give it. But is their mentality and the experience, what we are getting from the industry, that is what I'm taking the master class, right? Everything the chat GPT cannot give. I have a very important question. एक मेरा बहुत important problems, right? So we would be creating the cheat sheet by yourself. I won't be giving that cheat sheet for you guys. So please move on to the next question. 26. 26 question, that is arrays. Please write this question number 26 from arrays. 27 from arrays. 26, 27 and 35. 26, 27 and 35. Please make sure you are creating it and creating a sheet for yourself. Okay. Next, we would be having question number 88. Question number 88, merge sorted array. And question number 66. So what problems we have told? 1, 26, 27 and 66, right? And 88. Please write question number 66 also, plus 1. It's been asked in Amazon many a times. So 66 and 88. So I guess Akash should be sharing the list. No worries. If you're missing it out something also, one of you guys would be sharing the list. No worries. So 1, we have 26. We have 20, basically 27. We have 66. We have 88. And then we have 121. It's very importantly as problem, best time to buy and sell stock. 121. If I would be the problem setter, I would have given this problem. Okay. So before 121, you had 88. Okay. Please create a sheet. थोड़ा मेहनत हम भी करेंगे, थोड़ा आप भी करेंगे, and we will have a collaborative government. Right. So 121, please write it. Right. Then we will be having 169. Please have this question 169. Right. Then we have 283. Please write this problem 283. 169, then 283. That is move zeros. Then write the problem 349, intersection of two arrays. Then write 674. Everyone just please write 674, longest continuous increasing subsequence. Then write 697, degree of an array. And write 724, find pivot index. Write 733, flood fill. Okay, at least 1046. Please do write 1046, last stone weight. Yeah, thank you. 1089, duplicate zeros. 1046 and then 1089. One, two, three, two. Check if it is a straight line. I guess you have written it in numbers also. You have same problem in arrays also. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, sure. Thank you for that. I would be telling you the solution. Yeah, sure. Thank you. So just write 1, 2, 3, 2. I guess you have written in numbers also, but that is in the same as array also. One, 3, 9, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2, not 1032. 1, 2, 3, 2. Thank you, Akash. Yeah, sure. Shake, we would be 1, 2, 3, 2. And then we have, before 1, 2, 3, 2, you have to make sure that one, so problem is lead code to then. Yeah. So if we are not able to solve the problem in the lead code, make sure that you are getting lot of confidence with the maths problem. See, lead code is basically a very is basically a platform where you will getting a lot of easy problems, medium and hard. So mere bhai, my particular perspective over here, thank you Kushag, for my particular perspective is to start with maths. Acha mera bhai, if I would have told you that you can start with the arrays, so then you would have faced a problem. But I told you to start with a maths problem. I told you to start with a maths problem. So agar you're starting with a maths problem, that is a very basic problem. If you do not code in lead code also, the same problem I will tell you. Acha, write a program to find a Fibonacci number. Write a program to find the palindrome number. Write a program to check whether this is a perfect number or not. So if you're not doing in lead code, तो आप VS Code खोलोगे और you will be opening the Eclipse or you would be opening the IntelliJ or you would be doing it. है ना? तो start with the maths. है ना? और मेरे से टच में रहो. You're facing any problem, Accio will be taking it. है ना? Taking it forward. If you're facing any problem, I'm the part of Accio. I would be taking it. My PS would be taking it. Right? तो हर चीज we would be taking care for everything. ठीक है? So if you wanted that lead code एक हवा है, do not create a hype of it. Do not create a hype of it. बहुत सिंपल है. अप्रोच सही रखोगे, every day will be a lead code day. हर दिन बढ़िया होगा. हर दिन बढ़िया होगा. Like an Afghanistan team, they are doing it, right? If they think कि यार इंग्लैंड ये हो जाएगा, ऑस्ट्रेलिया का ये हो जाएगा, then they would have not done it, right? So please make sure कि you are doing at least number problems. ठीक है? तो एरे में हमने अभी इतना कर लिया. I guess 17-18 problems हो गए होंगे and we would have done in array. ठीक है? Have we done 17-18 problems now? अभी हमने लिस्ट बना ली है, at least 18 problems. We have done it, right? Can we move forward now to the next task? Right? At least 70. Thank you, bhai. Thank you, Tanuj. Thank you, bhai. Now we have confident enough कि भैया we would be doing with the maths problem also, array problem. So sir, could you please tell us with the strings also? Chalo, let's move to the strings also. So over here in the strings, let's move on to the strings. Okay, so we have a string stacks. Simple. I would be putting a filter and will tell you the bare minimum problems at least you have to do. है ना? हैं तो बहुत सारे problems, but what are the bare minimum problems you need to do? So now we would be understanding 14, problem number 14. Please put a number of it, problem number 14. Thank you, Yeshwant. Thank you. So please write the problem statement for strings, the question number 14. I would be also writing it over here. Then we have question number 20, valid parenthesis, very importantly asked problem. And this problem is of strings also and stacks also. So this problem we would be taking it in the next stacks. Okay. We would be moving to the line number 58. Sorry, question number 58. Question number 28. I would be creating the list for you guys. Don't worry. Valid palindrome we have done previously also. Make sure if you're not doing over there, so you're doing it over here. Okay. Valid anagram. Very importantly problem. Do not try to miss this problem. Very important problem. That is 242. Right. We have 344. At least, भाई हमको confidence के लिए we have to do the basic problem. Right. Then we would be having 383. Right. I'm telling you the list. Don't worry. I would be sharing the list. है ना? Then we have the 387. Okay, we have 387 saying unique, first unique characters in a string. Then we would be having the longest palindrome. You can put it as 409, right? And then we would be having the jewels and stones, very importantly problem, 771, right? And 709 also, please do it, 2 lowercase, right? And we will be having the reverse string. And for the reverse string, we have 344. So already we have done it. Similarly, we have one more problem of reverse string too. So please do 541 also. It's really important. Right. So, we have done it. We have done it. Okay. So importantly, problems, we have done it. Okay. 1002. Okay. So 1002 saying find common characters. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. 1662. See, these problems, yeah, sure. If you do maths problem from any sort of basically the platform एक जरिया है. This is जरिया, right? We've been doing the problem. We make sure वो lead code ho, whether it is a hacker rank, whether it is a code shift, we are doing it, right? And then we have the sorting the sentence, right? So 1859. So at least try to solve these problems over here, and I would be sharing you the list on the chat. So please go to the chart and make sure that these are the strings based problems. Please do it, and this is a string based problems. Is it fine for everyone? At least so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At least 15 questions we have, right? So we would be good to start with the string problems. Easy problems. Abhi easy karne. Do not go with a medium and hard. Next, we have what? Strings are done, arrays are done, maths are done, right? We can move to the next part. Give array list also. Yes. So Kanishka, see array and array list. See array list is in Java, right? So array list is specially a data structure in Java. So whatever, if you're doing the Java, so what you can do, you can take it out as an array list. I would be telling you the same problems you can do with the array list also. So the problems which you feel that array cannot solve it due to some size constraints in Java, you can take it in array list. Okay. Okay, I would be telling that as well. So now for the sorting algorithms. So before moving to the sorting algorithms problems, you have to solve and you have to. So this is basically, sorry Akash. So these problems are as a overall. भाई आपको अगर Java में करना है, then you can do it. If you are basically doing it in Python, you can do it. If you're doing in C++, you're doing it. For JavaScript, you're doing it. Right? So these problems are not any coding, like any language specific. These are the general problems. So just moving on to the sorting and searching, guys, quickly I will say, पहले तो you have to revise all these sorting algorithms and searching algorithms. Make sure you have. So we have given the string questions on the chart, please. So could you please see it on the chart? I've shared the questions on the chart. Can you just find it on the chart, everyone? I've put it on the chart. Just for a reference, I've put it on the chart. Yeah. No worries, bhai. See, I feel that many of the companies do have, they ask array problems, sync problems, maths problems. We feel sometimes that, yeah, I'm not meant for the DSA. Many people feel that I'm not meant for the DSA. But that is what we are gaining the confidence if we are trying to solve. Deo, we have basically the time. If we have time like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, or 3 months, whatever we have, spend a lot of time on gaining the confidence onto these platforms and then feel to move forward. Then move to the medium, and at the moment of pressure, at the moment of interview, do not make sure that you are getting panicked. Try to solve these problems, then come up to me, ki, sir, at least we have done no problems. Could you please suggest us more problems? Can you please suggest us lot of other problems so we can do or not? So Ashutosh, I myself do DSA with JavaScript, right? So for now, currently, since I'm the MERN stack and Python developer, so I feel more confidence now that I can do any problem with DSA with JavaScript. Okay. So if you're doing with the JavaScript, that is fine. Okay. So anyone, please make sure you have a lot of time, spend time onto learning basics. पहले आप देखो कि क्या आप duplicate निकाल पा रहे हो. For example, you have been able to take it out the repeating characters problem or not. If yes, then आपको लगेगा हाँ यार अगर इंटरव्यू में भी पूछा जाएगा, right? So you would be able to do it. तो इसीलिए we are focusing more on confidence building and easy based. Sorting and searching. So sorting and searching में what I told that we would be learning and understanding the basic algorithm. Sorting में क्या है? We have quick sort, we have merge sort, understand the time complexity of quick sort and merge sort, why it is n log n. You have to understand everything. Then move to the basic problems, which I would be telling you from the sorting. So let's move to the sorting based problems over here. So whenever I came to the sorting, sir, I have lot of problems. So what problems you can suggest me for the sortings? So we'll basically put a filter as a easy, and I will tell you the list of the problems which are from the sorting. So we have a very basic problem, merge sorted array. Question number 88. Yeah, Tanuj, we would be doing it. So as in the Telegram and over there, since I've been giving you over here also, and I would be, and my team and Pia would be taking care for sharing it on the channels. Is it fine for everyone? Can I get a yes, Tanuj? Thank you. So 88 we have done. Then we would be doing 217. It's really important problem. Then we have to basically do 268. Then you have to do 349. Very importantly asked problem. Intersection of two arrays. 389. 389 is really important. Then you have to basically do highest checker, height checker. 105951, sorry. Please do it. Please do no, please do it. So okay. 1464, really important problem, right? See, I'm checking it now. I do not have created a list, right? So this is all live. I'm seeing it and getting it for you guys, right? So just understand the depth of it. And 1636, really important. That is sort array by increasing frequency. Okay. 2037. 2037, really important. Okay. 2418. 2418, really important. Really important. 2706. भाई ये करना जरूरी है, मतलब दिस इज नॉट ओनली फॉर टेकन फॉर द ग्रांटेड, ये कर लो बेयर मिनिमम। उसके बाद जो आप शीट सॉल्व कर रहे हो, 75 प्रॉब्लम, 80 प्रॉब्लम, 100 प्रॉब्लम, वो कर लो, बट ये कॉन्फिडेंस के लिए भाई, है ना। 2784, 2784, ओके, दिस इज फॉर check if array is good, है ना। That's all from the sorting. So this is basically for the sorting, and this is on the chart I'm giving it. Please make sure you are copying it and from the chat. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, 14 problems minimum you are getting it. Right? And next we can move to the searching also quickly. And sorting is fine. We'll move to the searching as well. Sorting is fine. Right. So we'll move to the binary search. Right. And we'll go to the binary search. And you said 5 only, no? I have given this on the chat. Could you please check it now? 88, 217, 268, 349, 389, 1051. Just see the list. We have 14, 15 now. Okay. I hope my chat is visible for everyone. We'll move to the binary search, guys. For the binary search, we have, let's take a look of this binary search problems. So we have question number 4, really important. 33, really important. 30, okay, let me just put a sort. Oh, I haven't put the difficulty. So we'll put the difficulty. Okay. So for here, as in difficulty of easy, initially, we'll be doing 35, 69, really important. Right. And missing number 268, really important. Right. 278. That is first bad version, really important. See, this problem is there in searching also, in sorting also, right? 349. 367, put it, really important. 374, just put it, right? And 1539, really important. Kth missing positive number. Two, 5, 4, 0. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 problems you have in binary search. Okay, 8 problems you have in binary search. Don't worry if you do not having the 20 questions. It is good to complete all the problems first, then coming back and sorting with the medium and hard. Okay, कोई बात नहीं. Every time for all the 20 problems, we cannot take out important 20 questions. So we will come back and we'll see what medium questions are there and what hard questions are there, right? For the stack algorithms, we'll go to the stacks and we'll have a look onto the stacks as well. Right. So we'll go in this chart and see basically what are the stacks. Very important problem for the stack is 20. Very important problem. Valid parenthesis. Very important problem. Then you have 496. Very important problem. 225. Implement stack using queue. Very important. 232. Implement queue using stacks. Really important. Right. Then we have 2000, 2000, right? And 3174, clear digits. Okay. Yeah, I will be sharing for the queues. For the queues, we haven't done it, bro. For searching, I would be giving again. For binary search, we have this, right? For stack, we have this, right? And for sorting, we have this. Okay, then just put it on, see it on the chart. So for the stack, we have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 important problems. We would be seeing these problems in a binary tree. Okay. So 6 problems you have to do at least for the stacks initially for the easy level. Okay. Next, move on to the queues. And please do not worry if you want a job of 5 lakhs or whether you want a job of 20 lakhs. right? We are not defining any question levels. We have to do general preparation. Many of the people ask me the question, ki, sir, I wanted to get a job of 5 to 7 lakhs. What questions I need to do? Or if I want to get a job of 20 lakhs or 70 lakhs, what question you need to do? We are not here to define the questions based on the package or salary. We are here, mere bhai log, to learn and understand what problems are important as in whole. Bhai, kal ko you are going in the company and doing the discussion कि I know priority queue. They will ask you a question, अच्छा ये बता कि for example, if you know stack for example, they might ask you what is valid palindromes. Then you will say यार मैंने तो 5 लाख के लिए तैयारी की थी. So this is not relevant questions you can ask and you can answer basically, right? So please general preparation karo, whether it is 3 months, whether it is 4 months. You have me. Mentor तो कहीं जाएगा नहीं. Questions I'm telling you, you're not able to solve it. The AccioJob will solve it. Me, I will solve it, right? Everyone will solve it. Everyone will be there at the back of you to support it, right? Let's do for the queues, guys. The queues में बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है. So we'll be having 225 जो already हम कर चुके हैं ऊपर भी stack में भी. 232 already we have done in the stack. Similarly, 387 you have to do, right? And you have to do basically 2073. Only 4 questions. जिसमें 2 questions you have done previously in the stack and queues में other you have only 2 problems. अभी इतना कर लो. The future you would be doing it. Yeah. So for the communication, the people who feel कि यार they know DSA but communication is lacking, है ना? Then you have to basically that. From the team as in the cryo, sorry, from the Accio basically, Mansi, could you please address this Akash problem? That I guess they had a particular problem, right? Ki whether they would be getting the recording as well. So I guess Mansi from Accio
Yes.
would be taking.
Yes, Gaurav. Akash, you will be getting the recording once the session is done. I'll share the link to the recording in Telegram community, AccioJob's Telegram community that you are part of. We'll be sharing it there.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for that. So thank you, team Accio. We will be moving back. Sure. So over here, since the queues have been done, right? So if you're missing it out, yaar, 2 घंटे से चल रहा, you might feel that we wanted to end it. Yeah, we are almost near to end it. I just wanted to give for the priority queue and binary tree. That's it. And over here, I would be quickly going. Yeah, so we will be going to the priority queue, right? That is heap. And we'll see what all problems are there for the difficulty level of easy. है ना? तो देखते हैं what we are having it for the easy. So we have a very less numbers. So we'll see what problems are important. Okay. So we have first of all for the priority queue. Priority queue. See, every question you cannot ask in a single day, obviously. So we have a channel, we have a community. If you have any problem, bhai, you can be a part of it and I can answer that. Okay. Then we have 1046, which already we have done previously. Right. And then we have 1464. So few problems are common. You will see in this also, you will see in that also. So that will be an easy task for you guys, right? Then we have 2335, really important problem, right? Then you have 2974, 2974, really important. Then you have, yeah. So up till here, you have only this problem, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for the priority queue, out of 5, you have 1 or 2 problems which already you have done in the previous tags. Then we move to the next part, which is basically the trees. And then we'll see what problems are there in the trees. So for the trees, you have basically the 104, that is maximum depth of a binary tree. We have 112, that is path sum. We have 144, yeah, 145, really important, right? And 257, okay. And then you have 404, that is 404. You have 543, really important. Okay, and then that's it. I guess that is it is as if now you need to do and 100 as well, same tree. Okay. Yeah. So if you want to get a job in any company, very trending job and very trending tech stacks nowadays is JavaScript, that is MERN stack. Java is also not less, especially Spring Boot, learning core Java, learning servlets. We have in Accio, we have taken care for that since long time. So Java, Python and JavaScript. These three technologies, if you're getting an opportunity to learn, तो कभी भी miss मत करो, कभी भी miss मत करो. Means I've been teaching Accio for a long time. I've been part of Accio for a long time. As an instructor, I teach in MERN stack, and the people love, and they basically doing it. They love enjoying it, and then we would be taking care for it, right? So for the trees, we have done it, right? Let's move on to the linked list quickly, right? We'll move on to the linked list and we'll see to all those. So we'll have a linked list tag. We'll see for the linked list. Thank you for that. And then we move to the easy. So for that, we have a problems. So first of all, see problem number for the linked list. You have problem number 21, really important. 83, removing duplicates. 144, cycle, I told you, right? 160, intersection of two linked list, right? And 234, very important, palindrome linked list. 876, middle of the linked list, right? And that's it. So how many problems? Hardly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 problems. है ना? Simple था ना? Like basic 6 problems, right? And then we will be having it for the graphs as well. So quickly complete for the graphs and binary search tree. So I've been putting the numbers on the chart, guys. So please make sure you are seeing the chart and referencing it, right? So we have an easy level, and in the easy level of graph, we have find the center of only one problem is important in the graph. देखो graph में before starting with the graph, you need to learn DFS, depth first search and BFS. Spend time on understanding DFS and BFS. बहुत समय लगा दो ग्राफ में समझने के लिए क्या बाइनरी सर्च ट्री सॉरी ब्रेथ फर्स्ट सर्च एंड डेप्थ फर्स्ट सर्च. ये आप समझ जाओगे, every problem you would be able to do it. That is my promise. Spend lot of time initially. If you are the revision person, if you are learning it for the first time, make sure that you have DFS and BFS. Problem solve karo. Try to solve DFS and BFS and try to solve this problem for the graphs. What problems? 997 and 170, 1791. Just solve these two problems. You will be understanding easy level of graph. Then move to the medium level. Then 1 or 2 problems for the hard. ठीक है? अभी we are not guiding it for the medium and hard because people think कि पहले confidence आए. उसके बाद we would be having a community and I would be sharing all those problems. ठीक है? Now for the binaries, for the BFS, that is for the especially for the BFS, we have a separate tag. So if you go to the basically for the BFS, तो अभी हम उस पे नहीं जाएंगे. We won't go to that particular perspective, but we will make sure that at least graph पता हो. What is a graph, right? And then you should know what is a DFS and what is a BFS. Now moving on to the next part is a binary search tree. So binary tree. Okay, we have a binary tree. So the binary tree, this is the last tag which we need to discuss. And let's put the easy level. And we have basically question number 94. For the binary search tree, we have binary tree basically. We have question number 94. We have question number 104. We have question number 112. We have question number 144, which already have done. 145 already have done. And yeah, so these are some basic problems which you can expect as a binary tree. Okay, so don't worry, guys. These problems you need to do in a binary tree. So mostly we have covered all of the problems. And if you are the passed out in 2024, 2023, 4 hours, 5 hours निकाल के ये problem solve कर लो. Everyone make sure कि at least easy problem कर लो. Then come up to us कि sir, we have joined Accio as a course. You are the mentor. Could you please tell me us that how we can move to the medium and hard level? ठीक है? And hash map is fine. अभी के लिए for the easy level, we can make sure. देखो, we have lot of tags. We have lot of approaches. For example, you will feel one of the approach as two-pointer approach. You will feel one of the approach as sliding window approach. Abhi, we have to focus onto the tasks. Then we will make sure कि after this, we can have the hash map. ठीक है, hash map भी कर सकते हो. There are a lot of things. But abhi pehle ye karna hai, and then in the community, we'll have more revised things coming in the future depending upon your learnability. I do not want to impose everything on the first day. ऐसा ना हो कि हर चीज सर ने पहले दिन पे बता दी and then we are thinking कि how to start. So please everyone promise me, since we are at the end of the session, please promise me that we have to basically make sure that we are solving these problems, coming back and making sure we are asking the medium problems and then the hard problems, right? So I have a very important query. Is only DSA important for the entry level jobs? I had an interview a few days back and they had third level of interviews and I have solved all the DSA questions easily and according to those and their DSA and time complexity, but still they do not send me the confirmation link. Where I'm lacking. I'm sure communication was not the reason. Obviously, that is not a reason because you have written a beautiful question. That is not a problem. You are able to solve the DSA along with telling the time complexity and space complexity. So cannot find the reason. So what I feel, so did they find, see, every time it's not important. Since I told you the very first point as an interview. As an interview, what they ask is initially some problems from the cultural fit rounds. They might ask you the problems from the SQL. They might ask you from the problems from networking. So if they have asked these type of problems, and sometimes we have to wait, because if it is not a new news, if you're not getting any news usual, it doesn't mean it's not a good news. So sometimes company do approach you after 20 days, company do approach you after 15 days. So if you haven't got any rejection mail also, so that means what? You have to wait for some other candidates to complete the drive. Because many a times what happens that the drive happens, right? And sometimes they have a drive of 10 days, 12 days, 15 days. And once all of the candidates have been interviewed, then they will come up to us. Right? So please have some patience initially. And if you feel that your projects are one of the reasons, so that makes sure we have to make sure that how we have to do the parallel understanding of the learning. So it's not always the DSA. Since this was mostly for the DSA, but in the interviews, as I told you, for the second round, for the third round, and all of those rounds, your projects, your MERN stack, if you're doing with the Java, with the Spring Boot, those type of questions are being asked, and these type of projects which we make in Accio, make sure that we are the quality learners and we have a total quality projects being created. So we have to basically divide the learning. If you are able to take out 5 hours or 6 hours a day, take out 4 hours initially for DSA and 2 hours minimum for development. Koshish karo ki what is your base? Create the base of it. If you're doing a good with Javas, you do with Java, create lot of Hibernate and Spring Boot and Spring Data projects. If you're good at, if you're learning over here as MERN stack, कोशिश करो कि दिन का 1.5 hours or 2 hours आप निकाल के project बनाओ. Because DSA is not only the point to get in the job. जो हम सबसे पहले समझें, second round, third round, and in fact fourth round, right? So we would be suggesting the projects also, but Ujjwal, I guess this is not the point because already we have done with the session, but there are a lot of things to discuss. I would be really appreciating if Ujjwal, could you please connect with us in the community? I would be really happy to answer all your questions post in the community as well. है ना, मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. I need to communicate with the students and I love to be part of it. Right? So please believe us. And this is just basically for the DSA because we have to provide the recordings also. But especially for the MERN stack and Spring Boot, we would be coming back with the community and with the more master classes in the future to answer all those stuff. I hope, Ujjwal, and you can ask me on the LinkedIn as well. As a brother, I can be more suggestive to you. Okay, so I guess we are done with this and we have a lot of learnings which we have to come up with the medium level and the hard level. So medium level ke liye and hard level ke liye, you have to come back to us. You have to come up with us. Ki, sir, we have done with the easy level and now we are the passed out students. We are the third year students and second year students. We are feeling confident with it. With Amazon may Qualcomm में, Snapdeal में, these type of companies, Flipkart companies, they do focus first, second round mostly on DSA. इसीलिए we have this masterclass specifically pointing to DSA, but DSA is not the answer for everything. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I love to be part of yours. I would be really, really happy to connect with you post the class. And I know every day is not the same day, and I hope all the very best. You get whatever you have in a mind as a 1 crore, 20 lakhs, whatever you have in a mind. Just dream it and you can achieve it. Thank you, everyone. And have a really nice day. Thank you. Over to you, Mansi. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Gaurav. Couple of things before everybody leaves. Gaurav, if you could make me the host.
Yeah, sure. 1 second.
All right. Very, very big thank you to Gaurav sir for taking the masterclass today. I hope everyone here learned a lot. I personally learned a lot myself. Especially the thing with the questions from lead code, which one I can now solve. So that was a great thing. So thank you so much, Gaurav, for that. Everybody here, I saw a lot of questions in the chat, and you filled a lot of questions in the form also. So we will be compiling list of all those answers that you had asked, all the questions that you had asked, and we'll be sharing that in the community. Along with that, we'll also be sharing recording of this session in the community. Now, please, it's Friday night. So please be patient. We will be compiling and sharing everything by Monday. Yes, is that fair, everybody? That is it okay if we share it by Monday? We'll need to edit and get everything together. So we'll be sharing it by Monday. All right. Couple of more things, guys. If you few questions were related to job drive, I will cover those questions now. If you have any other questions which is not DSA related but related to job drives, you can ask me. Okay, question number 1. About job drives, all the job drives that we are posting in the community, they're absolutely free of cost. You do not have to pay us anything. Even if you get placed, you don't get placed. For anything to take the assessments, you don't have to pay us anything. Those are absolutely free of cost. So we conduct almost 10 plus job drives every month, which are free of cost, open to everybody. But for our students, we have around 40 plus job drives. So our students do get a lot more opportunities. But anybody who's not a student, for you also, we have these free job drives, which are absolutely high paying, absolutely legit. So the process remains the same. For all the job drives, you have to come to the center to take the assessment. That's very important for our students. We know they have the skills, right? But for people who are not our students, we don't know if you have the right skills or not. So first round for all the companies remain an offline assessment at one of our centers, including Noida, Hyderabad, or Pune, right? You have to come to the center, take the test. Only then do we shortlist the list and send to company. Then different companies have different rounds. Most of the companies, from say if we send them 50 students, they again make a short list, and then they decide based on different factors like resume, projects, the scores of your AccioJob test, right? So all of those things are taken in mind, taken into consideration before they shortlist further list of candidates, and then students are placed. So any other questions, guys, related to job drives or the process? Could you please tell Java full stack course fees? Guys, this is not the session for the courses. If you are interested in the courses, I would suggest, why don't you go to acciojob.com and you can request a call back, and one of our team members will reach out. If you have any question related to job drive, I can help you with that. Any question related to job drives? Okay, so as we do not have any more questions, what I'll do is I'll put the link to the portal. Everyone has access to portal, right? So I'm just going to quickly put link. Okay, so I'm putting the portal link here in the chat. So if you don't have an account, make sure you make your account there. That way you will be staying updated with all the job drives that come. These are all free job drives. Let me just share my screen. I'll just show you. Also, so the process for all the job drives is also mentioned here itself. Okay, so guys, this is the portal. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so this is the AccioJob portal. You can just go to the link I've shared in the chat. Here is the jobs section where you can see all the jobs that are available, right? So, and we keep on adding at least one new job per week. Sometimes, for example, last week we added 5 jobs in a week. So you can keep coming back to this section and see if you're eligible. If you're eligible, this is a dummy account I've created, but you can fill in your profile based on your profile year of graduation, your degree, your background. It will show you which job drives you are eligible for, right? And I'll just show you this job drive quickly. For example, apti.io is ongoing right now. So if you want to participate, you can if you are eligible. So for each job drive, this is how it looks like. Here you'll find the eligibility criteria. Here are the skills, what will be asked in the test. And this is the selection process, right? For each company, the selection process is different and is decided by the company itself. We have no say in deciding the um, different rounds that a company conducts. We have no say in that. But the first round assessment, that is something that AccioJob creates in association with the company itself. For example, apti.io's POC sat with our team and created this assessment that you will take. Then all the students who get shortlisted will move on to the next rounds, right? And here you can find details about the company. So let me book a slot and show you how it looks like. Okay, so all the slots are already over for this. In this, I had already booked a slot. So once you book the slot, it looks like this. This is where you have to travel. There are some preparation kit also. So for example, if you want to practice any questions, you can look at them here. For example, you're not very confident about your advanced JavaScript. You can click on see details. Here is a small test series. It will be of 60 minutes. You can attempt it twice and you can solve. uh it all the test series they have a small price of 50 rupees just to make sure you are serious when you are doing the test. That's not to make money. There's nothing you can buy in 50 rupees. 50 rupees is just a seriousness fees so that you take it seriously when you are attempting the test. So like this, all the details are there on the portal itself. You guys can go there, check it out for yourself, and that's it. So this is the job portal. And if you're interested in any of AccioJob's courses, just go to acciojob.com, right? You can see my screen, right? Can you write yes if you can see AccioJob's website? Okay, I have a question from Alex. Why can't we give the test online? Simple, because everybody cheats. And we cannot be sure you're using ethical means, right? So when we are calling you to an offline center, we can monitor that people who are taking the test, they're not cheating. That's the only reason, guys. We don't know if you can, if you're using any unethical means, if you're taking the test from home. That's why we need you at the center. And no, it will not be conducted online in any case. We've been doing it for 4 months and we just cannot conduct it online. That is not possible. Okay, so here is the AccioJob website. If you're interested in any of the courses, you can go check out the courses here. You can create your link. You can go to dashboard. And if on placement.acciojob itself, you will see if you scroll down, you can click on talk to an expert and they'll give you a call back. So if you are interested in any of the courses, you can just go to the courses and click on talk to experts, and they'll tell you about all the latest courses. If you are interested in offline, online in any particular city, they'll be more than happy to share details with you, right? So right here, you can go to this button and press. Okay, guys, that's all I wanted to share from my side. If you have any more questions, no, Ujjwal, we are no longer conducting any tests in Jaipur. We're not focusing on it. We have conducted 1 or 2 drives there, but for now, we are not conducting any more tests. Maybe in couple of months, we'll open a center in Jaipur and then we can. Akash, prices are mentioned for courses. Prices are mentioned on acciojob.com. You can just go there and check out the prices. However, based on your profile, people do, our counselors, they do check your profile and give you scholarships on top of the listed price. You will have to go to acciojob.com to look at the prices. They are listed there. Okay, all right, everybody. Remaining all your questions you can ask in the Telegram community itself. It's 8:40. I wish you a very all the best for all the job drives. May you get a job very, very quickly. All right, bye-bye. Have a good night.